afternoon, Uganda Revenue Authority staff. What a day, what a way to end these pre-AGM activities. We are here to speak nothing other than the Uganda Revenue Authority Retirement Benefit Scheme. And once again, I want to start by introducing myself, Bernard Kasoma, the chairman of the Staff Council, but also a designated trustee, a board member of the Uganda Revenue Authority Retirement Benefit Scheme. I'm not alone in the house, but I'll be introducing my host in a short while. Other than that, I want to once again appreciate all of you. I want to appreciate my fellow board members, the chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Abe Kagumire, who is the Commissioner Customs. I want to appreciate you for ably stewarding us, leading us into these great initiatives and leading us this far. Last week we had the cattle keeping. I remember we had Dr. Chitega here, and I want to report that most of you tuned in, you asked very good questions, and you really took this show very serious. I did know that we had a number of farmers. Now here we are, where we're going to speak about goat and sheep rearing. So I want to appreciate all of you for tuning in, for sparing time to tune in. This is one of our obligations as the trustees of this scheme. And one of them is to reach out to the members, to sensitize the members, to let you know about the different business opportunities, so that when you choose to be out of this institution, and of course upon getting your retirement benefits, you are able to make a wise decision on what to invest, where to invest, and how much to invest. Before I introduce my host, my panelist, Mrs. Grace, I want to first let you know that she was here. It's not her first time to be here. And while we were discussing before opening up this show, she whispered at me and told me she wants to find out from the previous presentation that she made here, how many of you took interest? How many of you started the goat rearing? So in that question section, as you put your comments, please make comment if you began as a result of the show that she had here. Otherwise, I want to introduce to you a very, very formidable CEO. She's the CEO of Gwogi Farms. She's a full-time farmer since December 2015, specializes majorly in goats, matoke, and now she has just begun in the line of coffee farming. She has been greatly involved in mobilizations and trainings and inspiring thousands into agriculture all over Africa. So when I say all over Africa, I'm saying it is not only Uganda. This important lady who is here with us has traversed the African Sahara, and she has ably mobilized and inspired so many farmers. She's on most of the social media applications, the WhatsApp, the Twitter. I'm sure she also has a TikTok account, and she appears as Gwogi Farms. She will be clarifying more on this. So you are also free to click that YouTube, and you also be able to subscribe to her YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me introduce to you the one and only Miss Gwogi Grace, to first and foremost introduce herself and say hello to the listeners. Ms. Gwogi.
Hello everyone listening in to us. I'm Grace Gwogi from Gwogi Farms. Our farm is located in Chibanda sub-county, Rakai district, and we are majorly into goat farming, like Bernard has mentioned. This is what we started with, and we also added on sheep, and currently we have entered into another project that is coffee farming. And I'm here to interest you in this kind of businesses as somebody who is about to retire. Thank you so much.
Thank you. What an introduction. Thank you, Ms. Gwogi. Ms. Gwogi, I want to assure you that my staff here are so much interested in the field of farming. Like I mentioned, last week we had a very wonderful talk show that was concerning cattle rearing.
Chitega.
Now, Mr. by Dr. Chitega, yes.
I know him, he's a good friend.
It was a very interactive session, And even before I came in here, a number of staff were asking, what are you bringing on board? What is new? So I'm sure you've carried a very wonderful package for staff. So I want to give you the floor to let us know what it is that you've carried for our members.
Like I mentioned previously, we are majorly into goat farming. And I want to interest you, all those that are watching me, into the untapped business or agribusiness that is goat farming. Previously, most of us, when we were entering into goat farming, we never thought of it as a business. And even up to now, farmers still think one cannot make money out of goats. And what brings that even the few that have started keeping these goats, they don't keep them as commercial basis. What do I mean by commercial basis? Somebody comes, tells you, I have 200 goats, and then you want to give her or him market, and he tells you, out of the 100 goats, I'm only selling 30 goats. The other goats, they are holding. Basically, how does it make it, how isn't it making economic sense or business sense for a farmer? For example, when you have so much attachment to those animals and you don't want to sell them when the opportunity avails itself, it means you're not doing business. Actually, from my observation, I've realized most farmers hoard goats. You know hoarding? Ekintu njagala nkyejjeko nga nyina ekizibu. People only sell when they are having school fees challenges. People only sell when they are having, maybe he wants a top up to buy a piece of land, but not in the commercial basis. Like somebody comes at the farm, even if it's a nice looking goat, kastori ampa sente nga ndaba magoba mpitawo, I will gladly give away that goat, njirivende tembuze ndala, which is what is missing. Actually, what is making us fail as goat farmers in Uganda, with all the resources available, to be able to export our meat to those Arab countries, we are failing to get the goat population. Until somebody will have 100 goats or 1,000 goats. You tell him, how many of these 1,000 are you ready to sell off? And most of them are not readily available. So we are lacking on the goat population. And because we are lacking on the goat population, most of us have realized that the numbers among the goats may not come so fast. So we are diverting into sheep farming. Why are we diverting into sheep farming? Somebody has just been asking me out there that where is the market for sheep? The market for sheep is there, but it is hidden like inner beauty. The buyers always come, we always get them, but there is no butcher. You have not seen any butcher for sheep farm, for mutton. But that meat is going as goat meat because we have failed to realize the goat population in Uganda, and the meat is so expensive on the market. So the people who are buying our meat, they end up buying the mutton and mixing it with the goat meat so that you can eat it as goat meat. I don't know if you have seen that or you have realized that, but in Uganda, we don't have any butcher for mutton. So some of the things we do on our farm, we offer trainings to individuals and groups. I remember last year we had a group from URA. They came, they really enjoyed at the farm. So you are always welcome. Training you here, all talking about goats here, may not be enough. Most of these things, like they say, African eyes are in the hands. You would enjoy when you see the real thing. I tell you how a sick goat looks like. When you come to my farm, you can ably see that sick goat. So we do the trainings. We supply matoke and we stock farms with goats, sheep, all over East Africa. We import and export goats. And we also organize farm visits. For example, you're having challenges on your farm. Either you are an absentee farmer, you are not readily available, or you are very busy, URA is taking up a lot and lots of your time, but you started up a project somewhere, and you are having so many challenges. So what we usually do, you call on us, we go on your farm, we help you diagnose the challenges you're facing as a farmer, and then we help you solve those problems together as one team. And then also we do children farm residential camps where children come, especially from Kampala. We want to take away this norm that, farming is supposed to be dirty. You can see my nails, they are not dirty, but I farm. There are those days when the farming is going to be dirty, But there are those days when you are going to be counting money and the money is so good. And the funny thing about farming, that whether you have gotten the money from the farm when it's dirty, when I come here in Kampala to spend it, nobody will ask me where I got it from. That is the gist of farming. Farming is not supposed to be so dirty like how our parents told us. So you can get anything out of farming. And the estimated the livestock population we have in Uganda for goats, it's still low. In 2020, we are estimating to have gotten 13.2 million. But with the kind of land and vegetation we have, our goat population should be bigger than that. This is by year 2020, 2010, you get it, 13.2. And then the sheep population is still at 3.6. Why? The people who are farming sheep, there is a very high competition for feeds among the sheep. Why do we consider this? Because sheep are heavy grazers. They are just like cows. So, and the people who are growing the sheep or keeping the sheep, they are keeping it together with the cows. And also when we are growing up, like I for one, up to now I've never eaten, I don't know if I've eaten mutton knowingly, but I may have eaten it unknowingly. But knowingly to order for it, I've not eaten it. I don't know you, Bernard, have you eaten mutton? You have not.
I'm not any different.
Exactly. So that is how it is. Thus, the sheep population is still low. Reason being, a few individuals are keeping the sheep because they assume the market is not there. But we are diversifying from that kind of stance. Reason being, people are coming up. The newer generation, they will eat anything as long as you introduce to them. At the same time also, just like we grew up thinking goat's milk is bad. But now, it is one of the best milk we have on the market. It is quite expensive. A liter of milk goes for 10,000 liters, 10,000 UGX, you get it. So imagine if you had a goat and each goat is giving you 3 liters per day, that is already your 30K there and then. But now the challenge most farmers are facing is lack of market. So if you are to go into dairy farming, you must be an aggressive marketeer to capture. Your target market should be looking at the people younger than us who don't have that phobia for taking milk.